am Bernice Abubedu-Lansa from our studios here in Kokomlemle. Thanks for your company. The details now. Go to court to have your issues regarding the 2020 election addressed. Civic Forum and Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEC, are urging the National Democratic Congress after the party rejected the 2020 polls as declared by the EC. Speaking at a news conference this morning to address issues that have come up after the elections, Dr. Angela Dramnabwaji, who read a statement on behalf of the CSOs, noted that it's only the courts that can iron out whatever issues the NDC has concerning the elections.
Carrying out demonstrations and going to court are not mutually exclusive nor contradictory. Legal recourse may be pursued even as peaceful demonstrations are carried out. Therefore, we join the voices of the sections of the public to urge the NDC to present their concerns to the courts for legal redress. We wish to emphasize in this regard that going to court does not amount to a lost cause. We fully appreciate that the aggrieved parties may be concerned over the length of time required in pursuing court cases, and the fact that during this time, the processes of swearing in the president and parliamentarians will take place, seemingly bringing their case to naught. We wish, therefore, to explain that the Constitution indeed provides a tight schedule of statutory dates for the swearing in of the elected president and parliamentarians. This schedule will have to be followed in order that the entire system of governance does not come to a standstill, leading to a constitutional crisis.
My colleague Kweku Asante, who attended that particular program, joins us on the phone with more. Kweku, we understand the Executive Secretary of IDEC, Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, has been responding to the NDC's request for an independent audit of pink sheets. What has he been saying?
Well, Benin, a few days ago, the opposition NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, made a request to the Electoral Commission. He's actually saying that the only condition under which we would accept the results of the 2020 election if a forensic audit is carried out on all PCs from all polling stations across the nation. And so today I put that question to IDEC Executive Director, Dr. Emmanuel Akwete. And he's been saying that the Electoral Commission, as of now, has already gazetted the results of the 2020 general election. And so the Electoral Commission has become functions official. They cannot take any decision regarding the specific results they've declared. And so the only place the NDC can get something is if they go to court. And so Dr. Emmanuel Akwete is reiterating the call to the NDC that if they want some results, if they want something declared, if they want the results as declared by the Electoral Commission changed, then they must head to court. And so for now, because the result has been gazetted, there is nothing that the Electoral Commission can do again in terms of granting a specific request for audit.
Kweku, we know the CSOs have also been commenting about protection for NDC sympathizers who may pour onto the streets in protest.
Yes, so the CSO has actually been saying that they are not against the protest that the National Democratic Congress supporters has been holding nationwide. There's been some in Kefiri, so there's been some in Kumasi. Today there's some going on in the northern parts of the country. And so the CSOs are saying that the NDC should be given a right room to be able to protest if they want, because that is not contradictory to the idea that they should go to court. But the CSO wants to say that the only thing that can change the result, the only thing that can change the outcome of the result, is for the NDC to present its evidence to court. But for now, they are urging the police to provide security for all NDC supporters who are protesting nationwide.
We can now hear the Executive Secretary of IDEC, Dr. Emmanuel Akwete.
Given what transpired before the elections and where we've gotten to, what if the EC does not respond positively to what they've said or doesn't take action on that? What do we do? And I think that for us, if it's possible to do it quickly and peacefully within the EC, and the EC will respond and answer some of the questions, because even if the EC is independent, it also has to be, sorry, I had my mask on. If the EC would also listen and find a way of responding, that would be helpful. But we should also entertain the possibility that it might not. What do we do? And this is why we think that probably both tracks should be pursued. You only go to court when other avenues are shut or are not effective. The issues we're dealing with ought to be responded to quickly. We do not have a lot of time for it to drag on. And we believe strongly that the EC should also hold itself accountable and respond to things that it can respond to assure Ghanaians the propriety of actions it has taken and the fact that, yes, the electorate, they created all the conditions, and so maybe some of the questions being raised are not valid. I think some more conversation is needed.